Are you dealing with an emotionally immature person? 10 behaviors that show that a person is emotionally immature. Emotional immaturity is basically lacking the ability to manage your emotions and work to understand them. Emotions are not weaknesses, but rather a key component of our personalities that need to be acknowledged, valued, and sometimes worked on. Emotional maturity is not just about being childish and throwing tantrums. It is more complicated than that. Let's look at a few of the signs that show that a person is emotionally immature. Inability to identify or express emotions. Emotionally immature people avoid contact with their emotions. They do not allow themselves to go through that vulnerable state, and even when they do, they refuse to admit or express it. They are also not able to understand themselves or their emotions, or why they do the things that they do. Neither do they bother to find out because most of the time, they can't see that they have a problem. Blame game. Emotionally immature people would always blame everybody and everything except themselves for their failures and misfortunes. They avoid accountability for their actions, and even when it's so obvious that it's their fault, they'll still go on to throw it all on the closest person that has to do with the situation. This usually leaves people confused and sometimes embarrassed around them. They do accept people's personal choices. Part of being emotionally mature is being able to accept and respect people's choices or decisions and boundaries. Yes, we know, when we are passionate about certain things, or when we love certain people so much, it is tempting to meddle and try to force things to go the way you feel is best. But immaturity is where you are not able to recognize your limits or boundaries, and you go out of your way to influence situations to suit you, much to the inconvenience and displeasure of those involved. Be it your child, your relative, your spouse, employee, etc. They crack under stress. Now let's be honest. Nobody likes to be stressed. And we all get stressed on the regular. But emotionally immature people do not respond well to stress. They get irritable, feel overwhelmed, go off on everyone, and sadly sometimes do not even know why. Always right. Emotionally immature people always feel they are right, even when it's pretty obvious that they aren't. If you are so sucked up into yourself that you fail to see things from other people's perspective and only care about how you feel concerning that situation and not what is practical or what is right, especially when people are hurt, there's a good chance that you are emotionally immature. Bad problem-solving skills. Emotionally immature people are bad at solving conflicts. Best case scenario, they will only make it worse, and even when they claim it's solved, it is not down to the bottom of it and only superficial. They turn simple conversations into arguments, although there are various reasons why a simple conversation could easily turn into an argument. Emotional maturity of people is sometimes one of the main reasons. This usually happens because they have a particular feeling about the issue and most probably have not been able to place a finger on that particular feeling, and therefore, when confronted with the topic, instead of sitting trying to talk through how they feel about the issue, they just respond with anger, and hence the conversation ends badly. Can't handle criticisms. Criticism is not fun for anybody. However, when you're criticized, the best thing to do is to learn from it and use it as a stepping stone for improvement. Emotionally immature persons, however, struggle with this, and instead of the positive reaction to criticism, they take it personally and react defensively. This is usually because they are not able to see criticism as an opportunity to grow, and also because they lack self-confidence. Last but not the least, they don't ask for help. If you can't find the suitable communication skills, are too afraid or too insecure to ask for help, even when you need it most, you may just be emotionally immature. Part of being matured is realizing that you can't do everything by yourself. You don't have everything figured out, and you will need help on the regular. Hope this helps. If you or someone you know displays a few of these behaviors, there's a good chance she is emotionally immatured, but just know that identifying the problem is the first step to solving it. Self-improvement is a gradual process, and it takes dedication and commitment to get there. Like and subscribe for more on emotional maturity and how to get there, as well as other similar topics.